Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much for being back from that coffee break. I know it's very enticing to be out in the sunshine. So thank you so much for being here for yet another great speech. We're going to be talking about blockchain and big data. We have a wonderful lady here on stage that has come all the way to the Crypto Valley to speak to you today. So let's give a round of applause for Yevgenia from Hacken.
Hi everyone, it's a great pleasure to be here and thank you for choosing talking about cybersecurity and staying on the sun. I hope it would be useful for you. So my name is Yevgenia, I'm a co-founder of Hacken and last 10 years spending in cybersecurity and in crypto since 2014. Have a master's degree in cybersecurity and decided to apply my knowledge to Web3 sphere. So Hacken is a blockchain security auditing firm. We are in the market for the last 6 years doing audits for a lot of different protocols, crypto exchanges, wallets, and stuff like that. It includes a lot of stuff like protocol layer audits, smart contract audits, penetration testing, also bug bounties, and recent services with a CCSS audit, proof of reserves, and tokenomics audits. So I think that everyone knows why security matters. We hear about hacks literally every day, and I don't remember some time for at least a month where there were no hacks that we can hear about. So the damage in Web3 industry for last year was around 4 billion, which is quite a lot, and it's growing year by year, starting from 2016. And it's interesting that nowadays security is not a feature anymore. It's an integral part of any blockchain project because before, in 2017, when we just started, it was like nice to have audit, but no one required that. No one understand why it mattered. Everyone was just thinking about how to get money and start the project. But nowadays, if you don't have security properly, you won't get money from investors, from the community, and it would be very difficult to go through that because the level of fear in the industry is quite high, and everyone looking to do proper due diligence on the projects before interacting with them. So who heard, what was the last biggest hack you heard? Above like 100 million? Anything, anyone? Okay, then let's go through that quickly. For the recent time, there were like a hack of Binance breach for more than half a billion. That was an issue that was done in the code itself that led to this kind of losses. Next one was Euler. Anyone heard about Euler hack recently? Nice. That's good. And this story has actually a happy ending, which is not much in crypto, because Euler has a pretty solid security procedures and auditing and insurance and stuff like that, and communication skills and incident response plan. That's why they got almost all money back from the hacker. That's a very interesting story that happened like 2 or 3 months ago. They got around 5 million from the insurance company, and in the negotiation process with the hacker, they were like able to get the money back. And it's interesting because it was like quite a big sum of money, and one of the users that lost money started complaining on Twitter, I guess, that I lost my all life savings, and hacker was good enough to actually send him back even more than he lost. So another one was the Mango markets, also more than 100 million, was the price oracle manipulation stuff. And all these bugs could have been prevented with the proper security design mindset, but it happens. And another one was with the more on the operational level issue with the crypto exchange, because the hot wallet was compromised and the money was stolen. So if we're talking about the crypto project, the security, as I mentioned, is a part of business, because you lose not only the money itself, also you lose the trust of the community, you lose the the price of the token and the evaluation in general, which is very important for crypto projects. Let's look at the protocol level when their TVL goes down really quick. For example, in the Euler case, I think their TVL went from 200 mil to 50 in just a couple of moments. So what to do? How to deal with all these issues that every crypto project goes through all the way building stuff in these difficult times? I would say that there is no single point that you can do and you would be safe, but there is a set of rules that you need to follow to minimize security risks, because there is no 100% secure systems. It's every time we're just minimizing risks from being hacked. So everything starts from mindset, then secure development, then external audits, bug bounties, monitoring, insurance. And I would like to go deep through all the stages. So what is the security first mindset? I think it's good to mention that while thinking about the project, it's good to plan the risks that are associated with security in advance. Understand them and understand how you would address them. Be prepared and implement everything according to best practices. Then when we are going to the implementation stage, it's good to have security along all the stages while you are building, starting from design, then implementing, continuous testing. That's the whole framework how you can address this. After all you build within your internal team, you might go to the external auditors to check what's been done and understand how you can optimize security risks with the third-party opinions. There is if we are going to smart contract audits, there is a really pretty straightforward methodology how it's done, starting with the pre-audit, then line-by-line review, analysis and verifications of all the issues, and then preparing the report for all the stuff that mentioned. From our experience, companies that do audits then do some stupid mistakes. They deploy another code, for example, and then this security audit doesn't make any sense afterwards. Or they or they don't fix issues. That's also a common problem from what we see in audits. They decide to accept this risk and then something happens. But it's always the responsibility of the project itself. Last year there were no exploits in the audits that we've been done. So, and another interesting methodology that we were just discussing here yesterday, that once you've done all these traditional methods how to protect yourself, you can go through the bug bounties to invite more hackers, more talented researchers to look through your code and detect vulnerabilities to prevent them. There is a really good case that I like about Aurora. It's a project on Near ecosystem. They paid 6 million bounty, but saved 300 million in their project, which is quite a good multiplier for saving stuff. And another important topic is to have everything monitored, because if you are not aware of the problem, it doesn't mean it's not exist. And being ready to react in the problems and have incident response plan is really important. This helps you to minimize damage, or at least to understand how to negotiate with hacker and have the plan how to do that. For example, in Euler case, they were able to negotiate with the hacker and get the money back. In many other cases, this bounty for ethical hackers, or not really ethical if they already hacked the protocol, it's around 10 to 20%. Yeah, and if all these measures didn't help to prevent hack and save money, it's good to have insurance for the protocol itself. For example, as I mentioned, the Euler Finance were able to get insurance for the hack that's happened. So yeah, in security, it's always important to be proactive, not reactive, and it will help you to minimize the damage of hacks. Thank you.
Do we have any questions? I think we have time for one question.